Given that surface area is increasing, but we want to find the volume. How? Hello everyone, welcome back to Ocean Cafe. Now in this video, I am going to walk you through one of the most challenging questions many students could not do, that is involving rate of change. Let us first take a look at the question. It is given that the total surface area of a sphere is increasing at the rate of 48 pi centimeters square per second at the instant when its radius is 3 cm. We are to find the rate of increase of the volume of the sphere at this instant. Now let us understand this question. So first of all, what is given is the total surface area, and this is given to be 48 pi centimeters square per second. Now what are we supposed to find? We are supposed to find the rate of increase of volume. Yeah, and at what instant? At the same instant whereby the radius is equals to 3 cm. Now once we know all the information, we are going to write down all those that we know. So first of all, we know that the formula for surface area of sphere is A equals to 4 pi r squared. Now how about volume? Alright, so we know that volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. So what we are going to do is we are going to differentiate A. So dA by dr, I'm going to use power rule. This will give me 8 pi r. I'm going to do the same for volume. So I'm going to differentiate V with respect to R. And this again by power rule, it will give me 4 pi r squared. Now what else is given here? Alright, we know that dA dt is equals to 48 pi because the rate of increase for area is 48 pi. Alright, so I'm going to write it down. And what are we going to find? We are going to find the rate of increase of volume. So rate of increase of volume, so therefore we are supposed to find dV dt. So how are we going about to find dV dt? So let's work on it. Now that we have all the information, what I am going to do is to write out the chain rule, involving the rate of change. So first of all, I do know that, dA dt is equals to dA dr times dr dt. Now this is the most important rate of change formula that all of you must be able to write it down. Right, so we can see that dr and dr can cancel away, and this will give you dA dt. So this is the most important rate of change formula you need to know. Now let's take a look for dV dt. So for dV dt, what I will have, if I'm going to write down the chain rule, this will give me dV dt equals to dV dr by dr dt. Now if I'm going to find dV dt, this will be the chain rule formula that I need. Now, comparing the two chain rule, are you able to find something in common? All right. Yes, you notice that they do have dr dt in common. So which means this is a clue to tell us, right, in order for us to find dV dt, what I do need to first find is dr dt, which is the rate of change of the radius. So now that we know that we are supposed to find dr dt, the whole question becomes a lot simpler. So what we are going to do is we are going to focus on the area, right, that help us to find dr dt. Now by doing so, all I need to do is do some manipulation. So what I'm going to have is dr dt is actually equals to dA dt divided by dA dr. Now, what do we have? Do we have dA dt? Yes, dA dt that we already have, which is given, is 48 pi. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write down dr dt is equals to 48 pi, and divided by dA/dr, which is what we had found earlier on, which is 8 pi r. So simplify this will give us 6 over r. Now, so once I have dr dt, I am ready to substitute this into dv dt. Alright, so what do we have now? So again, dv dt is equals to dv dr times dr dt. And what is dv dr over here? It is equals to 4 pi r squared. So I'm going to substitute all the information that I have. So dv dt equals to 4 pi r squared times dr dt. And what is dr dt? It is equals to 6 over r. Now, earlier on, at the start of the question, it says that we need to find dv dt at this instant when r is equals to 3. So what I am going to do is I am going to substitute the value for r by 3. So I have 4 pi 3 squared times 6 over pi. So all I am going to do is to simplify this and evaluate this, and I will be able to get 72 pi. Now, a lot of students will just simply left the answer at this point here, but I will want all of you to take note. Do remember to write down the units, because over here we are talking about rate of increase of volume. So therefore, we will need to write down the volume as centimeters cubed per second. So this will be the answer, and we are done with the question. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found this useful. If this helped you, please like and share the video. See you in my next lesson. Bye.